so here in day 2 of our article, we start out by saying, El Gordo hasn't always been about spreading good fortune and joy. Okay, so we're going to look about not a happy reason it started, I guess. So we're going to go way back to 1812 in a minute, but first let's talk about the verb spread. We said to spread good fortune and joy. Now in this case, when you spread something, you make it known or used or felt by a large group of people, or it becomes used or known or felt by this group of people. Now this can often happen with ideas, rumors, news, feelings, like good fortune and joy.
Yeah.
So we'll spread the good news, we'll spread don't spread any rumors about your friends.
That's not good.
It's not a good idea. All right, here's an example sentence. It didn't take long for the news about the celebrity's divorce to spread.
Oh no. Well, it's always like that, especially if you live in the public eye.
Right.
All right. Well, we try not to spread anything bad about people. We'll try to be very positive and spread positive things.
Right.
All right. So let's continue reading. It says, in fact, when it began in 1812, it had an entirely different purpose. So we're going to learn a little bit more about the history and the reason behind this lottery and because of this.
Right. So it wasn't always about good fortune and joy. Now, what were they doing with the money that they were raising? Now, here it says, at the time, Napoleon's army was trying to gain control of Spain. So, at this point in time, Napoleon, he was a famous soldier. He was in charge of France at the time.
Right.
And
he was very tiny.
Right, he was very tiny.
He was tiny, but he was very strong.
He was very powerful way back then. And he was trying to gain control of Spain. Now, control here is a noun. And what Napoleon was trying to do was to get power over Spain. So here, control and power are kind of similar. Now, when you have control over a country, you make decisions about what will happen in that country and how the laws will work because you have the power. Now, here in an example sentence, we can say, in this country, the military has control over the government, not the president.
All right. Let's continue reading. It says, the Spanish government introduced the lottery to pay for weapons to fight off the soldiers.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we see our vocabulary word here, weapon. Now, what is a weapon? A weapon is a noun, and it's something like a gun, a knife, or a bomb, and it's used in fighting or attacking someone. So we use weapons in war, we use weapons when we fight other people, or you might use weapons to defend yourself. So for example, we can say, the Native Americans used bows and arrows as their weapons.
Okay, so if we just recap a little bit, we know that this Napoleon was trying to attack Spain.
Right.
And the government didn't have the money to pay for their weapons to protect themselves. So they started this lottery. It's about raising money to help the army. Okay, but when you buy a lottery ticket, you buy it because you think you can win something.
Right.
Right? Now, this is fun. However, not everyone loved this idea. Okay, here in the article it tells us a bit more about that. It says, at first, some people resisted the lottery idea because they believed it was immoral. Okay, now, yeah, they had these bad feelings about it, and what they did was they tried to resist the lottery. Now, resist is a verb, and when you resist something, you try to prevent that thing, usually a change of some sort, from happening. You don't want this change to happen. And sometimes these people who resist something, they try to prevent themselves from being forced to do something. They're trying to resist, maybe your mom is trying to force you to do your homework and you're saying, later, Mom, later, I want to play video games. You're trying to resist that homework.
Right.
No one likes to do homework, do they?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so here the people were trying to stop the lottery from happening. Here's another example sentence. The management resisted updating the company's old computers for years. but they finally accepted that it was necessary.
Ah, finally. All right. So why people at first resisted it? It's because they believed it was immoral. So I-M-M-O-R-A-L, immoral. It means it's not morally right. Like it's against their beliefs or their ideas, because that's what morals are. Okay, morals are the ideas and the beliefs that what you think is right or what is considered to be good by most people. If something is immoral, it's something like stealing. Stealing is bad.
Right. So we use that I-M in the word immoral to say that it's the opposite.
Right.
Another word that we can use like that is impossible or impolite.
Immature.
Immature. Okay, so lots of I-M words. If you see an I-M word, it probably means the opposite of the other word that you're using in the word. Okay, so they think that this lottery draw idea is immoral. However, they didn't get their way. Here in the article, it says these party poopers lost out to the government, however. Now, this is a funny phrase here, party pooper. Let's take a quick break to learn more about party poopers.